journey. I feel like, although with the retwist, like I know like retwisting is a pain, but I feel like I would rather the constant retwist than having to like take down my extensions and then have to sit there and rebraid them again.
Well,
Yes.
no, yeah, I definitely get that. And with your length, it doesn't take you as long as it would take me to do a retwist.
No,
Like
Uh-huh.
I don't have that
it's
problem yet.
heavy. Okay, when it's wet, it's heavy. And then it's like you gotta sit there and do I don't even do parts no more. Like I just you get what you get.
I'm weak. But no,
Freestyle.
I feel
Okay.
that too because I don't sit there and like the only time I'm really like concerned, I guess you can say about parts is when I like go get them done. But other than
Mhm.
that,
Right.
like me, my personal, like as long as there's a lock right there, I'm good. Like
Yeah.
as long as I can twist and grab, like I'm not skilled enough to try and part and fit. Like no,
Cause who got time to try to look at the back of your hand and part?
I
Like,
can't
not
even. Oh
me.
my
I
goodness,
don't
the
even like doing the
back.
front like that.
I know, holding up two mirrors, standing in the mirror in the bathroom,
Mm-mm.
like
That's the
too
worst
much.
part, the two mirrors.
No, I'm
Not the
not
two
doing that.
mirrors.
Too much.
Ah,
But
No.
yeah.
But I
I
got to
literally
get it.
cannot.
Got to get it done.
Yeah.
You
I
know it's
just
bad. You know it's bad when the kids tell you.
oh
They don't
My
got no
daughter,
shame with it.
she
Don't
was
do me
like,
and the kids.
my daughter was like, you look a mess. I'm gonna need for you to do that. I was like, really?
I literally like don't attack my. Don't do me. That's literally like Jordan the other day. We were taking a selfie and he literally pointed to my teeth on the phone and was like, "Ew, dirty." Like, don't call me out
What?
on my yellow teeth. Like, okay.
Kids have no filter. Goodness.
Like, all right. When you're told your life by a 2-year-old, like,
Like, I'm sorry.
okay.
I look like this because I'm taking care of you.
Like, all right.
Let me not take care of you and focus on me then.
Right? Like, what, dude? I literally cannot. Yep. Making me want to do that. What is that? That whitening pulling oil. Like, okay, I've been
oh
sitting
yeah,
on that. Like, let me
the
actually use this because my son is now calling me out on my non-pearly whites. So.
Oh, you actually got some? I was thinking about trying it.
Girl, I got this when it was first trending on TikTok, like
mhm.
last year. Have never opened it. It's literally still in the same like packaging that it was sent in. And now they're selling it at Walmart. Like, what is my problem?
Did you ever try the purple paste?
Try
I
what?
think you nervous to do that purple
The
paste
purple
thing.
paste.
What purple paste?
Bruh, I have the purple paste too, the his smile.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Bruh,
Yeah.
Did you ever
I
try
have
it?
that too. Never used it. I don't know
Oh
why I
crap.
buy I'm just like
What about
scared.
the little tabs I've been seeing, like that you chew up?
I
I've been
saw
seeing
those
those.
too.
I haven't seen
Oh
those.
But they
no.
were saying like it's expensive if you have to use 2 tabs a day or something with the cost. They was like it's gonna be like
Yeah.
60
But
bucks a month.
but
I
does
was
it
just
work
gonna get
though?
those whitening strips.
I don't
Like the
know.
little strips.
Oh, the Crest ones, the Crest whitening
Do
Yeah.
do
strips.
press strips work?
Well, that's what the dentist said. They said get a little whitening strip and it'll work.
Oh,
I saw the turmeric and coconut oil and it looked like it worked, but I was scared because their mouth was so yellow when they were doing it.
Oh
your
Yeah,
teeth
no.
gonna
and
stain the mess up
Oh
your teeth.
yeah,
no.
Ain't
that
no
bright
way.
orange color
Your
with
tongue
the
gonna be
turmeric.
orange.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be orange.
And
Yeah,
No.
but
then
once they
don't
rinsed
spit
their
that
mouth,
out
it
in the
wasn't
sink. You
though.
better not spit that out in the sink, even with the
Yeah,
pulling
that's what they
oil.
did say. They did say not to spit it in the sink, but I was surprised that once they rinsed their mouth, everything wasn't orange like I thought.
Oh, that's
No,
too much
I'd be too
No.
disgusting.
scared. It
That's why I
seems
say I'm too scared to do it, but I saw so many videos.
That's
yeah, it
too much
seems abrasive.
disgusting.
I need to see the year later, 2 years
Cause
later.
I'ma
I need to
forget.
see.
I'm
And it's
weak.
going
It's
Right.
like I don't need no immediate. I need to know what happens after.
Yeah,
Facts.
are the teeth still there?
But they say the
damn.
Indians used to use it, so I don't know.
Oh
I
They
don't
know
know.
no.
about almost everything. It's like, I don't know. Scared.
Yeah, see, I don't know either.
That's the best way.
I'm
It don't mess with the
scared.
nose or nothing.
All of these ancient practices. Speaking of ancient practices and ancient burial grounds. Let's talk about Hurricane Milton and how I believe, I don't know if this is true or not. I was told that it went down from a category 5. Did it go down or is it still at a
It did.
Yeah,
category 5?
it did.
It went down.
Six.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But
still
that's
the
what they were
one.
expecting.
Yeah, but still the one spot that it's supposed. Well, the main spot that it's supposed to hit, it can still be like 15 feet of flooding.
Was
Oh
that
So
my
it's
Exactly.
still
god!
like it. Even though
And
it
they were
went
expecting
down,
that
it's
with just
still
a category
bad.
3.
Yeah.
I saw a video of a girl going to her grandma's house because her grandma is refusing to evacuate her
Oh
house,
no.
and they were going to get her. I'm like, look, Nana, you finna come kicking and screaming because it's not time to go yet. It's
Yeah.
not the great flood. I need you to come on.
we like we're not letting you go, Grandma. Sorry.
It's
You're
not
gonna
Right,
have to
time
right.
to
get in this
become one with
car.
Earth.
I
Like, come
know
on.
what you think this is, and it's not that. It's not time. Let's come on.
Yes,
We
that's like that guy out there. It's a guy named Lieutenant Dan.
I was just
He's on
about
a
to say
boat.
that. Yes, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah,
They're
I'm like,
Next
they're
what?
mandatory evacuating him tomorrow though, if
He
he's
was
not
like,
gone.
if the water rises, the boat rises.
I
Oh yeah.
can't stand him. Oh my goodness. I just found him on TikTok. I followed him on TikTok and the guy that's like reporting him. I
Did y'all see the
literally
guy
cannot.
that wrapped his new Corvette in plastic in his
Oh yeah.
garage?
Mm-hmm.
I saw
I
that.
just saw that. I was like,
He
yo,
gave
what
Yeah.
a gift
it
It's
that
like a
like when you
gift.
just bought a new Corvette and you live 9
yes.
miles from the water.
Somebody was like in the comments, they were like, great, now your car is gonna be
I'm weak.
you'll be able to recognize your car as it floats down the
Float
road.
away.
At least you know it's in a bag and it's safe. What do you mean?
I mean, he wrapped it up like he wrapped it up
Everyone laughing at him
perfectly.
because his car's wrapped up. At least his
His
stuff
car
is safe. He should have put some clothes in there too. Put an emergency bag. He should have packed that up for real, for real.
he had
Oh my
a
gosh.
motorcycle in there. I wonder if he's gonna wrap that up too.
I don't think so. He was more concerned about that Corvette.
It ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that
do him no good if
Corvette.
it slams it into something.
Candy apple red.
I would have packaged it up or just right beside it.
Right?
Shoot.
Literally. Oh my goodness. I can't. There's some people that okay, so there obviously all of these conspiracy theories and I'm like here for every single last one of them. So, St. Petersburg was built on an ancient Native American burial ground. And last year this lady was trying to extend her driveway, so she dug up one of the like the hills that
put
was
it put
on
it
her
back.
property.
Put it back. Put it back.
She did, but
I don't think
it's
her
too late. You
it's
disturbed the peace.
it's
Like
too
what?
I feel like it's too late.
Bury it further down.
Yeah,
Put
like
it
that's
back.
Like, I don't even. I heard that and my mouth dropped. I was so concerned about like the African American ancestors and everyone just revolting the sundown towns. I wasn't even thinking about the Native Americans, which is stupid. I definitely should have, but that's
Mhm.
definitely it.
Yeah.
But also in Tampa, there's some what is it, Robles housing projects. And they were just like I think 3 weeks ago talking about they rediscovered that some Africans were buried underneath there and they never moved it. They just built the projects on top of it.
Yo,
So
I
Oh,
now the
saw
people,
weird.
that.
What do you
yeah,
what?
they're requesting like for those graves to be found if they're under there and stuff, and they're like ignoring the people. This is
Hold on.
current
Did
like
you
about
say
3 weeks ago, maybe.
I
you said
remember seeing that.
rediscovered or discovered? Like
Well,
have they
they're
discovered
saying
it
people
before?
forgot that the grave was there. It was a African American cemetery. So people they say they claim forgot that it was there. And now somehow it's just been rediscovered that hey, there was a grave here. There was
So you
graves
mean to
here for
tell me
African
on
Americans. So then they
anything?
say it's been discovered that there are graves that are under there.
And
Mm.
this is the importance of
And that's
history.
in Tampa.
And
And
this
they
is
just built
why you
stuff
can't.
over it?
In Florida, with all their nonsense, they're the ones that even started with trying to eliminate critical race theory. Although it's not taught in high schools, it's not like a common like general ed class.
It's taught in college.
That's crazy.
And they're trying to take, but it's like, what? How are you? No, people need to know
Yeah.
that this
Right.
was there. Like,
Yeah,
what?
they started calling slaves like servants or unpaid servants or something like that. Like it's getting
Unpaid
really
servants.
weird in school.
Call it what?
Uh,
Indentured servants.
Indentured servant.
no, 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 that's a different type. They started calling the slaves unpaid servants in school. Like
Oh
instead of calling
no.
indentured servants
Oh,
is different,
Different,
but
yeah. Okay, I see
they
what you're saying.
purposely tried to change the name up to make it seem nicer.
Like they weren't really slaves. What?
Hmm.
That's
yeah,
Yeah.
they
crazy.
just
Like they
came
paid
here
them
looking for
later.
work.
Like they just owed them on
Oh, we just chose to come here and slave over your property like this and be beat in the meantime. Like, get out of here for free. No thanks. I don't want the money. I'll take a lashing. What the hell?
Right.
But right. Like,
Like,
oh, I want to be in the field picking cotton. Don't mind me.
Yeah. And
no,
then
it's
people have a
crazy.
nerve to be mad about Juneteenth. Like y'all should have been celebrating that.
Oh
Hello.
my
Definitely.
goodness. Oh, I can't. Literally, I cannot. People were like whole body mad that they gave us a day off. Like Columbus has a day off and he didn't discover it. How are you going to say you discovered something that already had people there?
There.
Right.
Like
The craziest
what?
thing ever. And that people believe that is even crazier because you said people were
Bruh.
already there.
I watched this documentary the other day about like the real like Pocahontas, and they was talking about like how John Smith was like saying stuff and writing letters back to the Americas about stuff that really won't happen.
Mhm. Mhm.
Wow.
It was really interesting. Yeah, I might want to check that out.
Shaking
Yeah,
my
like I
head.
wasn't he like not a good person? Like wasn't it not the like fairy tale story that they tried
Yeah.
Definitely
to
was
tell
not the
about
fairy tale
Pocahontas?
story.
Mm-mm.
Like
Disney really made it like, first of all, she was not even grown when he met her. She was a child. She
Oh
yeah.
was like
no.
she was like between the ages of 9 and 11 when
Oh,
she met
Mhm.
him.
wow.
Now she did save him from being killed. That is true.
Mhm.
But he also said that that happened to him in other places too.
Mm.
Mm.
But they did say that there is proof that she did save him from getting his head beat in. But yeah, it was a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
We be too nice, you know.
And she has siblings. She has siblings. I didn't even know that. I thought she was the only one. She had siblings.
Mm.
I can't.
Oh.
Seriously.
Yeah, I thought she
Disney
was the
just
only
setting
child.
out,
So
making
Mm-mm.
my whole life a lie.
mm,
Mm, mm, mm.
I can't.
you
And
But
her
just
this
real
is
remembered my
name,
fake fairy tales.
fact. Yeah.
Pocahontas, was
Like,
only
what
her.
in the world?
Pocahontas was her nickname. Her real name is Matoka.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Pocahontas is my
Wow.
thing now. I love me some Pocahontas.
I'm so weak. Yeah, you're like, wait. Fun fact. Let's break down Pocahontas. I'm here for it though. It's crazy, but that just goes back to like the natives though. I can't believe that person dug up and it's like because you wanted a driveway. Like I literally cannot with how selfish America is. I mean, I know that we were like built on
Wait, but
selfishness.
did they know that it was that, or was it just like, oh, this
Yeah,
is my
I
house and I'm
feel
trying
like
to?
I feel like they knew. Like I feel like it's known in the area that those mounds are like ain't like respect like you respect them. They probably didn't expect to dig and find bodies, but
Mm,
it was known to be spiritual land. Like what are you messing around with that for?
And
mm.
when stuff start happening at their house, they're gonna be like, I don't know what's going on. I put my
Bruh,
Just like
keys
that
over
forget that.
here.
lady.
See, that makes me think about the lady with the rug.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, what were y'all talking about? Because I was lost. What happened with this rug?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, maybe, this lady on TikTok, she lives in Ohio, she wanted to build a fence in her backyard, right? So in her sunroom where she works, like you can look outside the window and see where they started digging the hole for the fence, right? And then they started digging and realized that there was a rug in the ground. So she made a TikTok about it or whatever, made a TikTok about it. And then the next day, she went to her office, like in the sunroom, and her computer screen, her MacBook was completely shattered.
What?
And the like her office setting was like all disfigured, like it was, so people are like, well, did someone break in? They've got cameras and an alarm system. No one broke in. And her stepson also that night, he went to bed and his phone was almost on 100% on the charger, and he woke up and it was on 3%.
What?
So that happened in the house. Now back to outside. So she calls the cops to like tell them, because everyone on TikTok is like, you need to like report this. So the cops come out. Um, they dig for a bit and they're like, we're not gonna like send any resources out or whatever. And I don't know what brought them back, but when they came back, they brought like, what is it? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Cavalier, not Cavalier.
Oh, the cadaver
The,
The
dogs.
divers?
Yeah, there we
yeah.
go. The
The
Cavalier
news
dogs.
the
What the fuck?
news brought them back. The fact that the story was going viral. Otherwise they wouldn't have done
Oh,
anything.
okay. Because I was like, I don't know why they ended up going back with like excavators and some more, but the dogs. The dogs came and they had two dogs. They let one dog out and the dog sat on the hole, and then they let another dog out and he sat on the hole also. So then that made them tape everything off and send people to come dig it up the next day. But when they dug it up, they didn't find anything. Like there wasn't a body wrapped in it or anything, but they sent it to the lab for testing, but they said it wasn't a body.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's just crazy because the dogs are taught to sit if they smell the scent of a body.
But the body could be decomposed. How
Right.
old is that
Right.
rug?
Like,
Exactly. And they sat
who
both
knows how long
times.
that's been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they need
But
to dig a
I'm
little
just
deeper.
confused as to what happened to her room, her office. Like, what?
Yeah, no, but whatever she started digging, whatever she dug up,
They is
they were
mad.
mad.
Good Lord.
They were so mad. But and that was a couple days ago. So
That's
it's
why you
just
don't go
like,
messing around with that stuff.
I don't know. But between to the natives and people down in Florida still too heavy with the Confederate flag. And you know what's crazy? So as I was thinking about it, St. Petersburg, one of the customers that I had at the flag store, after I had like handled their situation or whatever, they were like super pleased with my customer service. So they wrote me a post. I mean, and it was a cute, well, aside from the flag hanging, but it was like a cutesy little like hand drawn portrait, not portrait, like landscape of the water over there. And then there was like a little, not like a lighthouse, but like some type of little like figure in the distance with the Confederate flag waving. Like that wasn't aesthetically pleasing, but everything else was. But it's crazy though to think, like, sir, say, are you okay, sir, with all your flags down there? Because I'm pretty sure that was a big order. If you were pleased with my customer service and you sent me a postcard, like, I don't know. Hopefully you're okay down there, though.
All this in like spiritual spirits, Indian talk got me thinking about the Pocahontas Bridge.
You and Pocahontas, where's the bridge?
It's in Richmond.
Is that near the Pocahontas State Park?
So no, so a few years back they built this really big big bridge. It's the 895 toll bridge in Richmond. But when they were building it, they were talking about the people who would work on it, like especially at nighttime, they would see like ghosts of Indians. This one guy actually fell off of the bridge because he saw what he said an Indian chief on a horse
Oh
on the
wow.
bridge, and he fell off the bridge.
Let my people go. What do you mean? What? Yeah, because oh my goodness. Because even if
Yeah.
you look, because I don't even know who I was talking. I think it was my sister. We were talking. She was just like, "What about all of like the towns and like things that are just underneath that they just wiped out
Yep.
and built on top of like there?" So even like New York City, like New York is facing all of the flooding that they're going through now because it was built on like a lake or like some type of water. Like that's it's they're not
Lake Lanier.
No,
Hmm.
no, 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 no. Well, Lanier also. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
They like massacred an entire black community. But I don't really. But New York, I'll have to like look further into it.
Well, New
But
York has the problem with the they found same type of thing where they were digging up to build some type of building, and they found slaves buried there, because back in the day they didn't used to put slaves in like a proper burial. They would just bury them.
oh no.
Yeah.
So they found, like, I think it was like at least like four, and at first they were just gonna keep building and like leave it there, and then like people had to protest and have them take out the bones and stuff, and then
Oh no.
instead of doing like a proper burial, they ended up like bringing it to a museum. Like, it was really bad. So
Oh my
like anything
God.
that happens with New York is what it is, what
Oh
it is,
no.
kind of. And then you got to think how many other buildings were built on top that people didn't know about and didn't protest.
That's crazy.
But it's all
Oh
about money.
no. Yeah, no, it is all about money, which is why if you want to take it a little step further back into the conspiracy theories with Hurricane Helene. So in North Carolina, where most of the damage was, they're trying to have like a lithium plant or something. There's a lot of lithium and gold in North Carolina. So with the storm now, some people are saying that the government, and this is all alleged. I should probably always say this on all of these before like someone comes for me with my 40 views on YouTube. Anyways, sorry.
Just put the little
For entertainment
comment at
purposes
yeah,
only.
exactly, at the beginning.
But they're saying that the government is like trying to manipulate the weather. That way it makes the impact greater and the damage a lot more so they can just go
I
back
believe that
and just buy up the land. That way they can go forth with their plan
because
because no one's
Uh-huh.
giving up
Yeah,
their
they tried it back
property.
in the day too. They
Uh-huh.
dumped some
they've been messing
dry
with the
ice.
weather, so I believe it.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They dumped some dry ice in a hurricane, saying
Yeah.
that it was to make it slow down, and it intensified terribly.
Because
Yeah. It's
not FEMA saying that they don't have no more money.
Yeah, because they already done gave it all away.
uh-huh.
I'm weak. Yeah, but and that's the thing though. But everyone has to remember that we're still playing off of Trump's fucking nonsense that he did in the office from back then. So he reallocated funds when he was in office. So it's
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, there's they're saying there's no money now, but it's like it was your homeboy that took the money.
Yeah, exactly. He left a mess when he left.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
literally
He was mixing up, they were saying he
he
was
just
mixing up FEMA money with like immigration money.
Oh my God.
It was
a lot.
that's
It's too
that's the
much. But
rumor.
then, so for everyone now to be like, well, what is Biden and Kamala doing? It's like, dude, they can't do anything because every time anything goes into Congress, it's stopped because of the Republicans. So it's like, I'm gonna need them to
Facts.
stop saying that, like, oh, well, they're in office now, they're not doing anything. They literally cannot do anything. Like,
Yeah.
every time
Facts.
that they try to propose anything, it gets shut down or it's just left stagnant. And then they go on vacation for 3 weeks and nothing's ever done.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then they come back because it in these bills, it's not just the one issue. Like, they put in multiple things into the one bill, in order to get it passed. So like they'll stop it from going through because they don't want the other stuff to be successful. So like it's multiple funds that have to get approved. So
I did see that the courts basically approved for the student forgiveness that Biden is trying to do for that to go through, basically.
Oh, that's
wait, they
good.
finally approved it?
I'm trying to find it because I
I
saw it
I
the
heard they
other day.
didn't approve it.
Yeah, I thought I was under the impression that they didn't.
They did
Uh,
like a
let me see.
basically he had to like re-propose it because they denied it before, so he had to propose it again. And then they basically said they couldn't make a decision, so like there's been a hold put on student loan payments until January. So but if they approve something, let us
I
know
saw
because
something.
Let us know.
I'm trying to find it. I swear I saw it the
I'm
other day.
always
Hold
trying to find a loophole. They closed my school down, and I'm like, wait, so does that mean I no longer have to pay? Like,
that's
what?
what it means to me.
Right. You out of business. You don't get no more money.
If they're out of business, who are you paying?
Right. That's why I
Exactly.
said you out of business. You don't get no more money.
Mm-mm.
Like, yeah, in the same breath, though, they're like, BITCH is because of you. I'm gonna need you to pay us. Hence the reason. Like, it's too much. But yeah, I don't know. That crazy. It shouldn't
Mm-mm.
be so hard to like live.
And like, there's all these lawsuits against all of the student loan places, like a
Here it
lot of the
is.
student loan places.
Federal judge rules Biden administration can move forward with student loan forgiveness. A federal judge will let a temporary restraining order against the Biden administration's new student loan forgiveness plan expire.
When
This was on, what day was this? This was like a few days ago.
I'm like,
This
they didn't send me
ruling
any email.
this this ruling means President Joe Biden may move forward with his administration's student loan forgiveness plan that he had previously halted. It can relieve tens of millions of Americans and benefit as many as 3 in every 4 federal student loan holders.
So I'm wondering if it's still going to be the $10,000 thing, or if it's a different thing that he had to change in order for
Oh
to get
no,
it passed.
I
Yeah.
feel like he leaving. He just need to go ahead and push some button.
Push
Literally.
the big red yes button.
That's why all the other people are important. Like the Supreme Court justices are important. The like all those people that Trump put in, that's who's blocking
Yeah,
these
that's
things.
who it is.
Exactly. Exactly. So then for all these Republicans to wholeheartedly with their chest be like, well, they're in office now and nothing's being done. It's because of you. You are the roadblock, the red stop sign. It's
See, people
you.
think that just because you're president, you can do anything, and
Yeah,
that's not true.
yeah. It's
He's
like your
literally
state,
just
your
the face.
local, your
He's
like
literally just the face. That's it.
I
he's the
can't.
public speaker. So it's like, what do you
Right.
guys?
Exactly. Right. All the other people are who are important.
It's like your state is why you don't have any recovery. Your state is why like there's no
Yo,
hurricane
speaking of
relief
that,
for your
wait,
state.
no, let's talk about this. So, Florida, there was this lady that was literally in tears on TikTok last night, and she was like, ABC News just confirmed that the White House tried to call Rob DeSantis, and he said it's too political, and he's not accepting any calls from the White House because he's like, we've got it with FEMA. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone needs to remember that if and when shit hits the fan in Florida, the White House tried to reach out, and Rob DeSantis was just like, no.
No. Yeah,
I
because
cannot.
they want it to be that if like say if Trump wins in 2025, they want it to be that oh, he got all these things passed through. You know what I mean? So they're saving certain things in order for it to happen in 2025. it's very nasty because, it's people's lives at
Yeah.
hand.
It's
It's not
people's
like,
lives, and like with the way that technology is so advanced, like TikTok, it's like it's not like we're just hearing from the news now. Like we are literally seeing people like in their houses, like chest level in water. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
the aftermath of Helene in North Carolina. I haven't really seen like the other areas, but in North Carolina, it's looking like a third world country.
Yeah.
Oh,
And like still all of the so to me you see all of these hurricanes and you still don't have like a drainage system, like a proper drainage system to drain the water. Like there's no, I just don't understand how, like, after all these years, all of these hurricanes, you see it over and over again and there's no progress.
I
but
asked the
where would
same
the water
question.
drain to though?
I
If a
asked the
storm
same
surges
question
12 feet?
about Norfolk because I don't understand how we're on an island
Girl, I was living in Willoughby when we flooded out 4 times. Don't talk about island.
Oh
and it
no.
floods
See, I was
horribly. I just
just
don't
talking about
understand.
that.
You can swim through Willoughby in a boat. I mean,
I'm
a
like, we could
canoe.
make all of these other things. We keep trying to go to space over and over again. We could do all of these other things, but you can't like figure out some type of system.
But how are we going to figure out a system when the collective can agree that global warming is a thing? Like they're not like the
Global warming is why Milton is so strong. They
yeah,
said that global warming heated up the waterways,
Mm.
and
yeah.
it just pretty much intensified it.
For me, it's a combo. For me, it's global warming, and I think it's the government. So for me, I think it's a combo, and that's why
Well,
it's not
I'm and then
being
okay, so if you're at
fixed.
combo, what am I at? Like a Big Mac meal supersize? Because I'm what the hell? I'm over here so confused. I'm like the ancestors are mad. The earth is mad. Like the government always wants a piece of the
Again.
earth. So that gold and lithium is a definitely like what? Like I don't even know. I don't even. I don't know. I feel like it's like it's beyond us now. Like
Yeah.
people are saying it's looking biblical. Like we're in biblical times. It's a spiritual warfare for real now. But it's like we're seeing it.
Yeah.
Like it's no longer we're not reading about it now. But I feel
And
Like,
like
I was watching this video and they showed Mexico too.
I saw
But
that. I
nobody's
only saw
talking
one
about it.
person talking about it though, but Mexico is destroyed.
it
I think it's
is.
Acapulco. Acapulco,
Yeah.
Mexico is completely underwater.
Underwater. And it's like nobody's
Wow.
talking about it and acting like it didn't happen. And it's like, what?
Yeah, I definitely did not hear about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, like put it in the type search engine on TikTok. That
And
I
then you
only
talk
heard
about
one
the Native
person.
Americans, they're there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Oh, yeah.
You see, I can't. Oh my goodness. But you know what's another wild little fun fact about St. Petersburg? So that area in Florida for the past 100 years hasn't been hit by a hurricane. Like they've been like
Mm.
excuse me, there's been threats of it, but they've never like actually been hit. So for that person to dig that up last year and now for Helene and then now they're about to face Milton, one person on TikTok was like aside from the like there's no one from the tribes here anymore. Like anyone that would be like protecting the land or they're like giving offerings to their ancestors, they're not here anymore. You gentrified the whole area, so now
Oh my.
And
Mm.
it's crazy. But okay, so I guess that's a good place to end off. Who even knows? Hopefully, it's just like a scare. and Milton's not on what it is though, but they were telling people to if there was cars going around neighborhoods saying you're in a mandatory evacuation area, like you need to leave now. It's like, well, where are
Yeah.
these people going?
And then the Senate, I think it was the Senate of Florida, she told them that if you're in an evacuation area and you don't leave, you're going to unalive.
Oh,
And
she
people
sure
got
did.
all
I saw
upset.
that. I thought
But
she
I'm
was like
like,
the
she's
mayor
telling you
lady or
the
something.
truth. Like, get out. Like, this is not a game. Like, because you know, a lot of Florida people, they've like, I seen plenty of hurricanes. Y'all say this all the time, and nothing happens. But like, no, get out.
Yeah, so prayers and thoughts and just hopefully everyone just there's not wait no before I do end as we're like prayers, so no one ever mentions the inmates, so they they don't evacuate the inmates, they just leave them there. So I feel like we
What?
should, I don't know, not investigate because what the hell am I gonna do, but highlight the fact that the inmates that are in that they just leave them there and they're just left to fend for themselves.
That is terrifying.
I never even really thought about that.
What?
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. Crazy. So it's like what was it? I don't even know what hurricane this person was talking about, but they were like, the inmates were in like 5 feet of water. They evacuated this.
Katrina, Katrina.
Okay, so yeah, they evacuated the staff and the personnel, and they just left everyone else in there. And if the inmates tried to escape, they were told to shoot them.
Oh
What?
Mm.
wow,
Yeah, so it's like what is this work like? I don't even know.
that's that's
Mm.
scary. I feel like that's has to be some type of human rights violation. No,
You
Right.
would
Like what?
think, but
Lesson of the day: don't go to jail.
well,
literally.
obviously, but like, what happens when
Don't go
shit
to jail.
happens? The fuck? Like, what do you mean? Obviously, don't go there. Don't obviously, but what the hell? Just because you do go there doesn't mean that's how you have to be treated. Like, what the
Real.
No,
hell?
not at
Like, you
all.
don't, and then to be innocent in there. Can you imagine? What the hell?
Mm.
Well,
Okay,
they just did that guy like that.
listen.
They sure
I
did.
know. And
It's like
that's a
Marcellus
whole
something.
podcast in itself because they were, I can't. All right. 37 minutes. Well, let's see how many views we can get on this one, ladies. Nah. All right. Thanks for tuning in to MJ's Garden Chat. Oh my goodness, I didn't do I'm doing an outro. I didn't do an intro. Lord have mercy. Whatever. Have a have a good night, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.